Hi guys, good morning, good evening. Thanks for joining again. Okay, I'll just share up my screen. Cool. And I have, yeah, just a second. Okay, I hope you are able to see my screen. So guys, if you remember, we discussed in last weekend session some, very, very important stuff. What was that? We have discussed about the inheritance concept entirely. And then in the weekend, the last day, I have talked about your entire interface concept. Hmm? What is interface, guys? So interface is something that is helping us to provide some logics, some rules and regulations defined, okay, in terms of some abstract methods. Hmm? Like one such example, I told you the entire about this thing. Like we have a Fortis hospital, and this Fortis hospital was trying to set up its hospital in multiple countries, like US, UK, and Indian market. Okay, so for all these countries to set Fortis hospital branch in these countries, Fortis Hospital has to follow some of the rules and regulations. So what are these rules and regulations? These are the methods, which are abstract methods. And what is abstract methods? Means they have some body, no, sorry, they have some signature, but no body, no business logic, no implementation. Okay? Same from thing from UK, same thing from Indian market. Fine. And the class or the hospital which is going to implement or utilize its service, US medical service has to implement all the methods in its class. That's a simple concept of interface. Why interface are required? So that multiple inheritance can be achieved. This is the major use case of interfaces, which cannot be achieved by a normal classes, guys. Hmm? I hope this is clear. Fine. Then what I did, I just created multiple classes for you. Like Fortis Hospital class was that one. Okay. Then I created a multiple interfaces also with you, like Indian market, medicals, UK medicals, US medicals. All these things we discuss multiple times, in practical approach. Now, we'll just move forward a little bit more on this interface concepts. And today we will see about, we'll just try to finish up the interfaces and then we'll work on the abstract classes also. Okay, fine. Now, I'm just going on to this US medicals once again. Okay. So guys, see, all the methods which are, you can see inside this US medical, they consist of a normal signature. They don't have any body, they don't have any implementation. Hmm? Because this is the concept of the interface that you have to set some rules and regulations. That's it. But the person, the what implementing class, the hospital, those who want to utilize our service, they have to actually implement all our methods in their own business logic, business code. Fine. So all these methods are called as what? Abstract methods. No body, no implementation. Huh? And hence all these methods are actually hiding the actual implementation, and only the implementing class knows what body we have to write in this implementing methods. Hmm? So where no such implementation is seen, such methods are called as what? Abstract methods. And the process is called as, guys, abstraction. Okay. So I'm just writing for you, hiding the internal implementation with abstract methods is called as abstraction. Simple thing. But you can ask me, Nishant, the internal implementation was also hidden in case of your encapsulations also. Hmm? So there is a difference between encapsulation and abstraction, guys. What is that? In abstraction, you have just a template, a signature of a method. No body, no implementation is there. But in case of encapsulation, you have the body, you have the implementation. Second difference is what? In case of your abstraction, these are the abstract methods. Hmm? You're actually hiding the implementation. But in case of your encapsulation, what you're doing? You're actually hiding the data members. And what are these data members? These are private data members. And why you are hiding them? Because we really don't want that any other class outside this particular class in which those private variables are there, I really don't want any other class to actually utilize or access or having unauthorized access to these private variables. So I have given a restriction that these are my private variables and I really don't want anyone to actually access my properties. But if you really want to access my properties, how you can do that? You can wrap or you can actually utilize the public methods inside which the private data members are being utilized. So encapsulation is all about data security. You are providing a data security, securing the private data variables from the outside entity. But in case of your abstractions, what you're doing, you are actually hiding the implementation, the business logic. Hmm? Okay, fine. Now what I do, just extending this particular part, let us see few more cases inside this US medical only. What I'll do, I'll try to create a variable. Can I do it? I'm just saying minimum fee is the variable, and I am assigning some value as 100. Perfect. So minimum fee, if you want to have, for all the, you know, uh, some costings are there for the doctors, fee and all these things, you have to give minimum fee of 100 rupees. That is something US Medical has set, or $100. Now, one more thing, guys, it's very important to understand that whatever variables we create in this interfaces now, by default, these variables are final and static in nature. This is very important interview question and a concept that if you are creating any variable inside interface, you need not to tell them or assign them final or static. No. By default, all the variables will be static and final in nature. So outside class cannot what override it or cannot modify the properties. Hmm? Okay. Now what I'll do, this is something I created inside my US medical class. It's an interface. I created a particular variable. Can I go inside my test hospital again? That's a testing class. And what should I do? With the help of your Fortis hospital reference, where it is, FH, can I call that minimum fee? See, I can call. Why? How I can call? I really want to print it first of all. FH dot minimum fee. Can I call it? See, yes, I can call. Let us see. See, 100 rupees I can call, or dollar, $100. Why? Because see, Fortis hospital is the what? If I'm opening this Fortis hospital, guys, it is an extend implementing the US medical. That means all the methods can be inherited and all the variables also can be inherited. But what I told, inside this US medical, this minimum fee is by default static. So by reference variable, is it a correct way to call this minimum fee? No. But how should I call it? Can I call it with the help of your Fortis hospital class? Means with the help of this? Because see, it is giving me a green, yellow line. Why? So it is a static method, and it should be static. Is X is in static way. See, error is gone. Can I check it out now? See, guys, $100. Hmm? So static variables has to be called in a static way, and by default, all the variables present inside the interfaces are what? Static and final in nature. Okay. Now, can we try to call this static method, this minimum fee variable with the help of your US medical interface? Where it is? Let me just see. Yes, here it is. Can I try to call this dot minimum fee? Can I call? See, see, yes, I can call. But how should I print it? Same thing. Now see this last line. So with the help of your interface name also, I can actually call your what? Variable, because it is coming from the interface only. Huh? Hence, your reference type check will be passed. Okay, fine. That we have seen. Now, can we create a similar sort of variable inside my Fortis hospital class also? Hmm? See, if I'm creating int minimum fee, and now I am giving 200 rupees or $200. First of all, tell me, by default, is it static and final? No. In classes, you have to explicitly define it. But interfaces, all the variables are by default what? Static and final. Now the question is, guys, see this. First of all, can I call your minimum fee now with the help of Fortis Hospital class name? No. Since minimum fee is not what? Not your static method in your Fortis Hospital, you have to call it with the help of your reference only. See, but see a difference. Now if I'm calling this minimum fee, see, understand from where it will be called, 200 or 100. And now if I am calling again this your US medical, from where it will be called. See guys, see. Now, since this Fortis hospital has its own variable with minimum fee, it will be taking first preference to its own variable. And what about this thing? It is taken directly from the interface only. Hmm? Got me? So try to understand. See, whatever variables you are creating and whatever class reference it is going to call, there is a difference. Hmm? Okay. Now this is it. Now what happens, guys? See, one more thing, which is very important to understand. That is also an interview question. If I open this particular US medical only, okay, concept is what? After JDK 1.8, two major changes happen in the interfaces. What are these two major changes, guys? Does anyone even know? Hmm? First of all, after JDK 1.8, it was decided that interfaces can have the static methods with body, hmm, which is not allowed in the case of your non-static methods, guys. Can you see? These are all non-static methods, but can you write a body inside it? No, you cannot. So after JDK 1.8, two changes majorly happened. That first of all, you can have that interfaces can have some static methods with body. Hmm? Second is what? Or let us first try to see how it is defined. Can I define in such a way that I am saying public, static, okay, void, and I am saying printable is a method inside this particular interface. See, no issues are coming. That means static method can have a body. Can I print something like this? This is what is U US medical and print bill. Perfect. As soon as I am removing this static part, see, hmm, what I'm getting? Abstract methods do not specify a body. So by default, it is considering what? Non-static methods and abstract methods only. And hence it is proof that static methods can be present inside by interfaces with a body. Now, can we call it this abstract method in the test class? How it will be called? Hmm? Since it is a static method and this is my interface, can I call with the help of your interface name dot method name? See this? I'm calling this US medical dot what is the name? It is printable. See, can I print it out? See at last, US medical print bill. Perfectly, it went fine. Hmm? Now the question is, can I call this static method using the Fortis Hospital reference variable also, or by name directly? First of all, since Fortis Hospital, sorry, this method is static inside my US medical. How should I call it inside my test class? Directly with the help of Fortis Hospital class name. But can I check it? Dot. See, can you see any sort of printable? No, nothing is coming. So guys, static methods which are present inside the interface cannot be called with the help of a child what class. This is not allowed actually. You have to remember this, learn it, remember it, memorize it. Either you do, but you have to learn it. Other methods you can call with the help of your reference variable of Fortis class, but static methods cannot be called from its object. See, neither from the object we can call dot print bill. No, we cannot call. So static methods cannot be called which are present inside my interfaces in the or via your child class object or class name. This is a restriction. Now, can we override this static method inside my Fortis hospital class? Hmm? You know one concept that you cannot actually override static methods. I have told you already. है ना? But let us try to do this in a Fortis hospital class. And I really want to override my static methods. So first of all, see, are you getting any issues, errors? No, I don't have. But to really check that whether this is an overriding case or not, I have to put what? See this one. See what error it is giving me. or override, not override, override. Just a second. See what error it is giving me. The method print bill of type Fortis Hospital must override or implement a super type method. That means it is not considering that method to be overridden. Hence, as soon as I am just removing this out now, this method will be considered entirely individual method of the Fortis Hospital class and not the overridden method, guys. Hmm? That means that makes us sure that we cannot actually override the static methods either coming from interface or from any class. Hmm? And even if we are doing explicit forceful overriding, this is concept of what? It is called method hiding, not method overriding. Hmm? This is again interview question. What is method hiding? Difference from your method overriding. So if you're trying to override a static method, that concept becomes a method hiding and not the method overriding. Only a simple example, a simple exception. Hmm? Now, can we just try to call this particular method hmm, in your test hospital class, first of all? First of all, this is an static method. How to call it? I can call it with the help of Fortis hospital class dot your print bill. Now I can call. Why? Because it is present inside my Fortis hospital. See this. See, Fortis hospital medical bill. But I cannot call it by with the help of your what? As an overridden method. As soon as I'm writing an override, it's not overridden case, it's a method hiding case. Or it will be considered entirely your individual printable method. Hmm? So first restriction, I have told you after JDK 1.8 that interface can have static methods with some body. Perfect. Okay. What is the second way? What is the second change I got after JDK 1.8? That we can have default methods also in the interface, okay, with some body. That is again a very good change that they have given in the interfaces, that in interface you can again have some default methods. And default method is what? A non-static method with some body, with some business logic and implementation. Hmm? See this? How can I create? I have to use a default keyword here. Default, like we use a public, na? Same way we have to use a default keyword. And default methods are only and only applicable for what? Interfaces, guys. Hmm? So can I write sort of method like medical records I'm having? Hmm? What can I write inside this? This is the default method I am writing. This is a US medical uh, records. That's it. A simple method with a simple business logic I have written. Hmm? Now, can we try to call this default method in my test hospital class with the help of what? This reference variable. Let me see. Dot. What is the name of it? Medical records. See, I can come. I can call. Let me see this. See, US medical records are coming with the help of your what? Photo hospital reference variable. Hmm? Second thing, can I call this medical records with the help of your what top casting approach? We have done the top casting now. See, with the help of this US medical, can we do this? Can we call it? Let me see. Dot medical. Yes, we can call this with the help of this. Because why? Because the reference type check will be passed. Medical records are coming from the US medical only now. And I am trying to call with the help of what? Top casting approach. With the help of your parent interface reference variable. See it at the end. US medical records. Perfect. Hmm? So this top casting is very important, guys. All the methods which are coming from the same interfaces or some common methods, all will be called with the help of your interface reference variables. Now, question is, can we now override this default method, which you have just created inside this one? Hmm? Let us just check again. I'm just putting it here again, and I'm saying this is Fortis Hospital default method. See this first of all, guys. What error I'm getting? Cannot reduce the visibility of the inherited method from the US medical. So the child class can never have the default methods or overridden methods as a default. If you really want to override this particular medical records, hmm, we have to change the access modifier to public. Then you can override. Can we see with the help of your override case? Uh, See, yes, perfect. You can override now because it was giving me an error that you cannot decrease the what visibility of this particular access modifier. You have to use it a public here. Hmm? Hence, it is proof that default methods coming from the interfaces with somebody can be overridden in my child classes, but by changing the access modifiers to public. Now, can we just try to again call this medical records and see from where this medical records will be coming now? See this one. Now, since I have overridden, see the change. See, guys, now medical records are coming from where? The Fortis hospital, not from my interfaces. Hmm? I hope this is clear to you. So as soon as something is overridden na, in my what child class, everything is going to be called from a child class. Preference will be given from the child class only. Hmm? Okay. Can we and let us see what I am getting for this thing. See now, guys. Hmm? If I'm trying to call my default method of the US medical interface via top casting approach, what I am getting? I am also getting that FH medical records. Can I see how it is there? See, where it is your just a second. See, from coming from where? From here. But this is being overridden. Okay, in my Fortis hospital. Hence, it is providing me that these are the Fortis hospital medical records. Can I just try to call with the help of direct US medical? No, I cannot. Why? Because this is not an static method. It will be giving me an error. See, cannot make an static reference to a non-static method. I have to use this variable only, a top casting approach that I have done. Okay. Okay. So this is the two changes. A very, very important interview question that what two changes were there or in the interfaces after JDK 1.8. It will be surely asked from everyone. Hmm? Okay. Now, one such important interview question is what? Did Java supports 100% abstraction or not? Hmm? So guys, see this answer you have to give now in a very subjective format. You cannot directly say yes, Java supports 100% abstraction. You cannot deny it even that no, Java don't support 100% abstraction. Why? It's very subjective. See, if I'm saying I don't have these methods, these optional methods I don't have inside this my interface, and I'm only having my what? Abstract methods. That means this is 100% abstraction or not? Hmm? It is 100% abstraction. But as soon as I am allowing these methods to be created, temporary methods or optional methods created inside my interfaces, it makes my interface not 100% abstraction. Hence, it is very subjective, and you have to give your answer in such a way that interfaces or Java can be called as 100% abstraction or cannot be called as 100% abstraction. Why? Because of these options methods only. Hmm? Okay. This is again interview question. Fine. Fine. Next concept is what? So I told you that if we are doing some sort of a typecasting or top casting, where my child class object is being referred by the parent class reference variable that we have done in such in this way, child class object is being referred by what parent class interface reference variable. Hmm? I told that only methods coming from the US medical interface can be called and some common methods that can be called. But the question is, Nishant, can I actually call some methods from the UKM also? Means coming from the UK medical also. Is there any way that with the help of US medical reference, can I call some methods from the UK also? Hmm? Because see, there can be a chances, guys. See, understand a very practical approach. You as an Indian are going to US, okay, for some diagnosis, some operations and all these things. And after going in US market, US medical hospital of Fortis, you find out that you really need someone or some services has to be required from the UK also to be utilized in your what surgery. What to do then? You have to call them now. It happens in this way only that US people are actually calling the UK medical people hmm, to take their services because obviously US doesn't have that service. in a simple example. So how to call the UK medical service methods with the help of US medical service methods then? This is the question. What can we do? Hmm? If we really want to call the UK medical methods from the same Fortis Hospital class object, or I'm saying that understand with this hospital only, okay, you really want to call what UK also. Is it possible now? See, right now it is not possible. FH dot, if I'm saying opening the UK medical also in front of you, what is the method? It is ortho service. Is it possible? First of all, see ortho service I am writing. No, it's not possible. Oh, it's just a second. Okay, I have actually implemented that also now. That's why it is coming. Sorry for that. Uh, it is just a second. Just give me a second. Yeah, I was saying for US medical, not for this one. See, from US medical, is it possible? If I really want to call this your ortho service, ORTHO. See, possible? Not possible. What should you do this in this way, guys? Hmm? Is there any way I can actually convert or typecast my US medical reference to the UK medical object? Is there any way? Hmm? Yes, is there a way? What is the way? That I can actually convert or typecast this US medical reference variable to what? UK medical interface. Hmm? How? See this. Very important concept. Practically, real-time example I told you that if you are a person, you are a patient, if you are going inside the US market, inside the Fortis hospital, and by going there, you got to know that you have to be operated, surgeried, but you need someone from the UK also because you have to utilize their services. How to do that? You have to typecast, you have to call UK medical people from the US market. Hmm? From one interface to another interface, you have to call. Then how to call it? How to call the methods? Because that's not possible actually. Hmm? See, can I do in this way something? If I really want to typecast my US medical interface reference variable to UK medical, giving it a here. And after typecasting from US to UK, where should I store it? See, what is the return type? Hmm? I have to store it in the UK medical only, na? Because the object is of UK medical. UK T. See, I typecast it. Now can I call all the methods from UK? Hmm? See this? If I'm trying to call UKT dot ortho services, see, now I can call. Hmm? What all services I am having? PDS services. Now I really need some neuro also. Can I call with the help of your UKT dot see neuro services I can also call. So in this way, this is what? This is also a top casting or a typecasting, but between what? Interface to interface. Hmm? Understood, guys? The common problem and the solution for it. Why I have done this? If we really need some methods to be called from different what your interfaces, in that case what we have to do, we have to typecast or topcast one interface reference variable to the another interface object. That's it. Now we can call any methods from the UK. Huh? Same thing, can we try to do it if you really want that my what if I am saying US medical to be typecast to my Indian market, can I do it? Yes, you can do it. See, I can do it in this way that I'm typecasting the reference variable of the US market to Indian and I'm storing it inside this. See, I can do. And now I can call all the methods from Indian also. Indian dot. What is the methods coming from Indian market? Let me just see. It is Fortis Australia, Indian market. See, I am calling some cardio services which is not present inside the US. Can I call? See, yes, I can perfectly call. So in this way, this is what? Interface to interface type casting. Understood, guys? Hmm? In this way also you can do. Okay. Now, this top casting, type casting will be utilized a lot in case of your Selenium. I'll be showing you, if you remember, if you know, if you have some knowledge, then we actually write what? WebDriver driver equals to new Chrome driver or new Firefox driver. What is this? Your child class object is being referred by what? WebDriver interface reference variables. This is what top casting. And why top casting? I'll be explaining you. Hmm? Now, can we take some practical example of this top casting? Hmm? Okay, I have already created a sort of a paint diagram for you. Okay, just to explain what a simple similar thing that we have in Selenium, because I really want to take some real-time examples, real-time use case. So as soon as I am going into my Selenium sessions, now you'll be able to understand, okay, that how that particular thing will be acting. Okay, see, understand what is the practical example of this top casting, guys. Understand. Right now, I have created some sort of a interface. The name of the interface is what? WebDriver. Perfect. Now, don't remember what is there in Selenium. I am just telling you in Java. All these interfaces and methods I am creating at my own. It has nothing to do with Selenium right now. Okay? Just to give you an overview how top casting example is actually working. Okay, fine. What is there? I have created a interface with a name WebDriver. Hmm? And I now know that all the interfaces consist of all the abstract methods which are non-static in nature, except two things: static methods with body, default methods with body. But right now, let us consider that this WebDriver interface consists of these 6, 7 methods, which are non-static in nature. And hence, these are called as abstract methods only because they don't have any body, no implementation, no logic, nothing. Just a simple signature we have without any body. What are these methods? I have one get method, which is taking one parameter as what? String. Okay. I have another get title method is there, which is returning a string type. Okay. I have one more close method is there. Again, I am having one more method is find element, which is expecting one string type element. Then different method, I am having a click method that you gave me some element, I'll click on it. This is what find element is what you gave me some element and I am able to find it. And rest is what send keys. So send keys is a different method I've taken, and I am saying you gave me some element on which I have to enter something and give me the text value. Okay? These are my abstract methods that I have created. A simple example to understand. Fine. Now what I am saying, I have multiple uh, drivers into the market right now. Let me just try to create a class of it. I can have a Chrome driver class. I can have a Firefox driver class. I can have an Edge driver class. है ना? I can have ना? ठीक है. What all these driver classes doing? They are actually implementing all the methods coming from these WebDriver interface, guys. Means right now I'm only having the signature here, but all these methods are being implemented in some way or the another in their different Chrome classes, Edge classes, and Firefox classes, which I don't know. So tell me one thing: when you use a Selenium, if you have used by clicking on a particular element, do you know how it is being clicked? Do you know the inside business logic of it? No. Because see, these implementing classes know the logic. You don't know. And from where you are actually getting all the methods of click, send keys, quit, close, huh? From the interface. So rules and regulations have been defined in form of an abstract methods at an interface level, and all the Chrome drivers, Firefox drivers, Chromium driver, Edge driver, Safari driver classes are actually implementing all the methods, providing some business logic to it, and hence you are able to do what? Hmm? Perform some actions with the help of what? WebDriver interface reference variable. Hmm? I hope it is clear to you. This is a simple example of top casting. So what I'll be doing, I'll be similarly creating a practical example in a coding perspective and to show you how all these things are performing. Hmm? Okay, what I'll do, I'll just create an open, what I'll do, just take a separate, package and practical casting example. Okay. What should I take it? First of all, as per the diagram, I'll be taking one interface. What is the name of interface? I am taking WebDriver. Okay. This is an interface here. Perfect. Interface I took. Okay. Now, what is this interface all about? It consists of 6 methods. Can I create it at my end? Let us try to create. First method is get method, which is expecting a string URL. Okay. I am saying public void, and a get method is there, which consists of your you have to give some parameter. If you are giving some URL, this get method is going to open that URL for you. I'm just typing a simple thing. Uh, okay. First of all, tell me, can I write a business logic in my interface? No, I cannot. I'm doing a mistake. What should I do? That's it. I can only define the schema or the rules and regulations inside my interface. Hmm? Who will be implementing these methods? The classes who will be implementing this interface will be implementing all the methods coming from this interface. Hmm? Okay, what is the second example? Second method, string get title. So I'm just taking public uh, string get title. I am saying as soon as this method will be called, this method will be returning a string argument for me. A return string will be there. Okay. I am saying one. I am having one close method also. Public void and close method. Then I am having one find element method also. Okay. Public void uh, find element method, which is expecting one argument as you give me some element and I'll be giving you what? I'll be able to find that element. Next method is what? Click. You have to click on a particular method or an element. Public void, and I am having a method as click. And I am saying you give me some element and I'll click on that. Okay. One more method, send keys. Send keys method is for what? For actually typing some text. It is also a return void type. And I'm saying send keys method. You give me the element and also give me the text you really want to send. That's it. I have created a schema in this WebDriver interface as per my design. Okay. Now, let me try to create some classes like Chrome driver, Firefox driver, Edge driver. Can I create it? Okay. I'm just creating a Chrome driver class. Inside this interface, I am saying Chrome driver. Okay. Do I need to create a main method? No. I'll be checking this out from my test class. What should I do? If I really want to implement my WebDriver interface coming from this thing, I have to do what? See, I have to implement all the unimplemented methods. Hmm? How to do it? You can have your own business logic defined here. No one is stopping you. And that's how, in actual sense, this Chrome driver class is actually acting. You are providing some URL to it, and it is doing what? Launching the URL. I am saying whatever URL you have given me, I am just sending it to you. Then how about title? If I really want to return some title, what can I do? I can say that return my title. That's it. Hmm? Perfect. What is the close method saying? It is saying I'm closing the browser. Closing the browser. Perfect. What find element is saying? You give me some element. I am really going to find element for you. I am writing a simple, logic finding element for you. And what is the element? Whatever you have given to me. Perfect. Okay. What is another method is saying? It is saying I have to really click on a particular element, whatever you are giving to me. What is the element? Whatever you are giving to me, I'll just click on that particular part. What send keys method is saying? It is saying that I'll be sending some text, sending or entering some text mm, on element this ELE plus I am saying uh, text is. So guys, I've just written a random, something inside my all these methods because I have to really implement these methods inside my Chrome driver class. So now all my methods coming from my WebDriver interface, see, coming from here, have been implemented inside this Chrome driver class. Hmm? Perfect. Okay. Now next what? Hmm? Can we create a similar sort of a Firefox driver, Edge driver class also? Hmm? And let us just try to just quickly do it because then I would like to, really move on to that particular part. Firefox driver class is there. And it also consists of your all the methods it has to implement. Why? Because it is coming from WebDriver interface implements WebDriver interface. Now what I have to do? I have to also use all the methods coming from there, but I'll be just copying it from here. Okay, and I'll be giving some different business logic. That's it. I'm not giving any other business logic. Why? Hmm? You will understand in few minutes. So this Firefox driver class also implemented the WebDriver interface with all the methods having all the written body in its own way, which I really don't know. Can I create one another? Uh, just a second. Windows appearance show view. Just a second. Sorry. July batch. Okay. Can I create one more class, guys? What is this class? It is having edge driver. Perfect. I created one more edge driver class, and in the same class I am saying edge driver. You also implements. ठीक है? What? Web driver. But you have to have your methods also. Hmm? Error is gone. Now, understand what's happening, guys. All the classes are having its own methods implemented in its own way. Edge driver class has its own methods, Firefox has its own methods, and similarly, Chrome driver has its own method implemented in its own way. Okay? With some their own business code logic, which I really don't know. Okay? Now, can we just try to create what? A constructor also in every class? Hmm? Can I create it? How to do this? Public uh, Chrome driver. That's a constructor. That's it. Should I write something here? I'm writing directly that uh, launching the Chrome driver or Chrome browser. Hmm? Can I have same uh, constructor here also? Firefox. And I am saying you are doing what? You are launching Firefox browser. Okay. In the similar way, I am saying Edge. You also have your own constructor, public and Edge driver. You has also have your own constructor. And I'll be telling you what is the use of constructor here. Launching the um, Edge Edge browser. Perfect. Now tell me, guys, why I have created these constructors in all the classes? Hmm? So as soon as I am going to create the object, na, either of Edge driver or Chrome driver or Firefox driver, I told you in the previous sessions also while discussing constructors with you that constructors really help you to create the objects. And as soon as an object is created, na, by default, the constructor will be called. Okay? So for that reason, I have done this. Hmm? And this is the actual implementation, the way Selenium drivers or Selenium browsers, your WebDriver interface and other driver versions works. This is the exact way, the entire code that I have written in front of you. Hmm? Okay, but what we are doing, understand this. In this case, what is the major use case? So the major use case, guys, is here that WebDriver interface is forcing and restricting that if any new browser is launching in the market now, it has to support the automation. Then in that case, it has to actually utilize all the methods which are coming from my end. Okay, it has to make sure that if you are a new browser coming into the market and if you really want to support the automation like Firefox, Edge, or Chrome, you really need to have all the implementation done of all my methods like Chrome driver, Firefox driver, and Edge driver is doing. And then I will allow you to perform the automations or to do the typecasting or top casting with my interface. Okay, fine. Now you understood why all these browser class are actually implementing. It is the rules and regulations set by the interface only. But understand the case practically. How about if you are launching a new browser only? Hmm? In that case, also you have to implement all these methods now. That's why this top casting is actually really, really important. And why I am doing, now you understood that concept. Hmm? Okay. Now, what should I do? Can I try to create one test class, a user test class, or sort of an Amazon test class? This is a pure test class. Amazon test I have written, and inside this, I have the main method because I really want to test my logic now here. What is the logic? Hmm? First of all, understand. Can I create a Chrome driver object? Yes. Can I refer it to with the help of your parent interface reference variable? See, can I do this? What is the issue I'm getting? Okay, it's new. See this. What's happening in this case? The child class object is being referred by the parent interface reference variable. A classic example, pure example of your top casting approach. Why? Hmm? Because I really want to utilize all the methods coming from this WebDriver interface. It has already been implemented here. And I told you what? That with the help of your top casting approach now, with the help of your interface reference variable, you can actually call all the methods coming from where? All these interfaces. But you cannot call the individual methods of Chrome driver. But do you require? No. Why? Because already if an automation, some rules and regulations are set that you have to use all the methods from the WebDriver only. Why to utilize the methods from Chrome driver? Everything is sufficient for me. Hmm? All the methods coming from the driver interface is sufficient for me. That's why real-time use case this is actually performed. Hmm? Okay. Now can we call it our methods? See this. All the methods will be coming from where? The Chrome driver. But leave it. As soon as I am doing what? I am just running this line now. See, you will be surprised. What's happening? See, this script launched, launching the Chrome browser. Why? Because you have set a constructor here. And as soon as an object is created, you know, constructor will be called definitely. Once constructor is called, it will be calling this line. Hmm? Understood, guys? Why this is being called now? And hence, now you can call all the methods coming from this. See, click, close, find element, get title, send keys. All the methods are coming from the driver class, WebDriver interface. Hmm? Now, tell me one thing. You can ask me, Nishant, can we create C? Now understand the difference. Why top casting is a better approach rather creating a direct object of a Chrome driver. See, I can do in this way also. See this. I can do in this way also. Driver, that's it. Will there be any issue? No issue. I can call in this way also. See, in this way also my Chrome driver will be launched. See, but understand the difference between two. Why this is highly recommended and this is not. So right now, there is a requirement from your manager that Nishan try to run all the scripts on the Chrome browser. Okay. What you will do? You are going to just create directly this one. Okay. And run all your scripts on the Chrome driver. Perfect. After 5 minutes, he's saying, Nishant, no, 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 no. Don't run on the Chrome. I really want you to run all your scripts on what? Huh? Firefox. What will you do? You will comment this line. Do what? Again, going to create one more object from the Firefox driver. Saying what? Now I really want to create object of Firefox because I have to run my scripts on Firefox now. Now what will do? Again launch. See, perfect. Now after 15 minutes, again there is a requirement. Now Nishan, I really want you to practice or sorry, perform some automation on Edge also. What will you do? Again, comment this line. Then do what? Edge, Edge driver, saying driver, creating a reference variable and new Edge, and that's it. See now again you're going to run all your scripts. So it is running fine. But how about again your manager saying, now Nishant, I really want to again run all my scripts on Firefox. Are you going to again comment this, uncomment this? Hmm? Is this the way you are going to work? No. This is the issue. That if your manager is asking again and again hmm, to try to execute your code on multiple browsers, so are you going to comment and uncomment the line? Hmm? No. For that reason, we follow the top casting approach. But how top casting is actually solving my purpose, Nishan? Because right now you are saying your manager is saying launch my browsers, your scripts on Chrome browser, and in next minute he's saying what? Launch all your scripts on Edge browser. So in this case also I'm doing the same thing now. See, WebDriver new Edge driver, let's suppose. In this case also I'm doing the same thing. Huh? Then what is the use of top casting? There is a use. What is that? So guys, in such case, na, you have to follow a cross-browser logic. Hmm? What is that? You have to actually follow a cross-browser logic, and in such a case, see, understand, I'm just telling for you what you can do. I'm writing a cross-browser logic in such a way that I am taking some string browser from the user only, that on what browser you really want to run your scripts, either Chrome, Edge, Firefox. Okay? And I'm setting static driver reference variable at the global level because I really want to utilize this at multiple places now. How? I told you in your previous sessions, in basic sessions of your Java, I can use a switch case statement. For that reason only I told. Hmm? Can I use the key as browser? What is the value I can take? I can take a Chrome. Hmm? Now, if you really want your your scripts to be run on the Chrome, what should you do? That's it. Driver is equals to new Chrome driver. That's it. But how about if you really want to run your scripts on your Edge? What should you do? See this. I am saying for Edge and I am saying for what? Firefox. See the difference. Now what I'm saying to you. Now understand this, guys. I've written a simple code logic. In this, what's happening? First of all, I have just utilized a single driver reference variable, and based on the user input, na, my case will be called, my entire scripts will be run. How? See this. Right now, my case is Chrome. See, am I creating this Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver again and again? As soon as my case shifts to Edge, what should I do? See, launching the Edge browser now. Firefox. See. So this is how your top casting Why top casting? Since I have set a WebDriver reference variable, and with the help of same reference variable, I am now calling either Chrome driver object or Edge driver or Firefox driver. I really need not to write again and again Chrome driver equals to new Chrome driver, or Firefox driver equals to new Firefox driver. No, only single reference driver is actually working for me based upon my user input. That's how top casting is actually required and where it is required. This is the exact use case, guys. Okay? For performing the cross-browser logic, you have to perform the interface approach, your top casting approach with the interface, and not the what? A direct object creation of a Chrome driver and referring it with the help of that Chrome driver class only. I hope you understood this concept now. Hmm? In this way, you can call all your methods, or you have to write here or here or here. It's all about single driver. Reference is calling all the methods and launching all your scripts on a single browser. Hence, this is the advantage of top casting, that with the help of cross-browser logic, we can point our driver to any browser object as per the requirement at runtime. Second biggest example is what? Or advantage is what? You can achieve the parallel testing also on this multiple browser logic. Surely I won't be telling you today because it's a part of Selenium only. But this is the second biggest advantage, that you can perform the parallel testing, guys. There can be case where 50 cases you have to run on Chrome, 50 cases on Edge, 50 cases on Firefox. Will you be able to do from this thing? Hmm? No, you won't be able to do. That's why the stop casting is so really important for us. And that's why I've been, telling from last 2, 3 sessions about this only. Okay. I hope you understood all these concepts, the interface concepts, the top casting approach. I have given you so much practical knowledge. Huh? That'll be helping you in your Selenium frameworks. Fine. Understandable, guys? Okay. I'll take one more topic for today. Otherwise, we'll be dealing in our Java sessions. I'll be telling you about abstractions also, because this is almost related to your interfaces classes. I'm creating one more um, package for you. Ooh, saying abstraction. And inside this, I'm creating first of all a page class. This is a page class. Okay. What is this page class about? See, guys, understand. You create your Selenium framework in a page object model. है ना? You can have multiple pages. So visualize a case on an Amazon application. You have thousands of pages. Add to cart page, payment page, login page, sign up page, address page, billing page, search page, multiple pages you have. So consider this page class is super class of all these page classes. Okay. Now, I'm trying to create this class as abstract class. So you have to write a simple keyword abstract to make the class as abstract class. I'll tell you what is abstract class. Hmm? Now, considering this page class to be the super of all the classes which you really want to implement, means consider this class as an interface only. That this particular abstract class consists of some abstract methods telling you that Nishant, if you want to, write your own pages, or if you want to implement something, you should actually implement few methods from my end also. Hmm? But the question is, what is this abstract class? And does this abstract class consist of only abstract methods like interfaces, or what? Hmm? See this? So guys, this abstract class is almost similar to your interfaces only. How? I can have some abstract methods in this. Like if I'm saying this is a page class and I am saying uh, that you have a title method without body. But see what error I am getting. This method requires a body instead of a semicolon. It is directly saying that Nishant, if you are setting a non-static method, try to give the body. But if you really don't want to give a body, then provide a keyword as abstract to me. Then only I will understand that I am an abstract method, just like interfaces. Perfect. So guys, understand, in case of your this interface, all these methods are na, by default abstract only. So even if you write abstract here, it will be treated in the similar way. So by default, all the methods of interfaces are abstract. I'm sorry. But in case of your abstract classes, if you really want to write some abstract methods, you have to specify explicitly that this is an abstract method with a keyword abstract. Okay. So I now know that the abstract class can consist of some abstract methods. Can I write one more abstract method? Like a URL. Okay. This is also an abstract method. So every inheriting class, those who are going to extend this page class will have to utilize these methods, implement in its own way. ठीक है, like every page class can consist of its own title, can consist of its own URL, but this page class, which is super class of all the classes, has given you a logic, sorry, a sort of a rules and regulations that in what way you can implement your methods. But what is the business logic that you have to decide, that implementing classes have to decide. Now, what are the common methods this page class consists of? Can have, huh? I am saying this page class can have one final method also of a logo. Obviously, logo are not changed frequently. It is same for every page. Huh? So can I set a common logo for every page class which you are implementing? Hmm? Why I made this method is final? So that the implementing class cannot override this display logo method. Hmm? Because of this final keyword, you cannot override a method. And why final? Because I really don't want that every page should have its own logo. Have you seen anywhere, any site that every page has its own logo? No. Logo is same. Title URLs can be different, obviously. Hmm? Now, can I have one more non-static method saying public void that this page is providing you some default loading time? Perfect. Now it's up to the implementing class whether you really want to utilize the loading time of this page class or you want to have your own. So page class loading time is 10 seconds. Hmm? Perfect. I am having one more method which is of static nature in this class only, saying I have some footers also, because footers are also common. Okay, I'm not making it final, because if you really want to change some footers on your page, you can do it. But for time being, I'm making it static, that a common memory allocation will be given. So I'm just saying what I'm saying. These are page footers. Perfect. Okay, but what do we understand from this abstract class, guys? Hmm? We understand now that this abstract class can consist of few abstract methods. It can consist of some non-abstract method. It can consist of static methods, non-static methods, final methods. It can consist of everything. So that means abstract class can consist of what? Abstract plus abstract methods all, which is not possible in case of interfaces. Interface can have just two exceptions, and that too by optional case after JDK 1.8, like default and static methods. But abstract class can have everything, abstract methods also, and your non-abstract methods also. Now, can we just create a login page class where I really want to implement its logic? See, I'm creating one login page class, a simple login page class, no main method. I am saying what? If I really want to see, abstract class is a class, it's not an interface. So what about if I have to utilize all the methods or inherit the properties? I have to use the extend keywords, not the implements. See what it is saying, but now you have to implement all the unimplemented methods. So can I have my own title? Uh, login page title, and can I have my own URL method implemented my own way? What I'm writing, login page URL. All the methods are overridden methods. Why? Because it is coming from my page class. Can I also override the default loading timeout? Because I really want to say that page class is having a 10 seconds, but since my login page is quite heavy, so I really want to provide a implementation to it, and also I want to really override it, hmm, giving that I have 15 seconds, and I am saying login page class loading time is 15 seconds. So I have overridden one of the method. I have actually implemented the non-implemented methods also. These are the abstract methods. These are what? Overridden method. Hmm? Can I have one more individual method in my login class? Yes. If someone really want to log in, what should it provide to me? Username and password. So can I have my own uh, individual methods saying that if you really want to call me now, provide username and provide password also. That's it. And logic I'm simply writing uh, enter username and what? Enter password also. And I am saying this is password. Perfect. So this class, which is an implementing class, extending the page class, has two unimplemented methods implemented, one overridden method and one its own individual method. Okay? Perfect. Okay. Now what? Can I create some sort of a test class also where I really want to test this functionality? Let me just try to test it with the help of a. I am writing web test, and inside this I am creating one main method also because I really want to test my functionality now. What should I do? Question is, first of all, can I create a object of a login page? Or question is, can I first of all create a object of a page class? See, page is equals to new page. No, I cannot create. In the similar way, I cannot create an object of what? Interfaces. But can I call, or can I create a object of login page? Yes, I can. And can I call all the methods of the login page? Hmm? See this, I can call. Do login method is there. I have to provide some admin and again some admin. And can I call other methods? Default loading page timeout dot uh, some display logo methods. It is also coming from where? From the page class. Can I call other methods? See, uh, mm, title method also coming from the page class. Huh? So two methods are from there. Implemented methods. One method, individual method, and this is what? Overridden methods. All the methods are being called with the help of a login page class object. See, everything is being called. Admin, your 15 seconds, common page logo, login page title. Huh? Everything is being called. Guys. But how can I call the footers, which is present inside my this abstract classes? Footers are static. Can I call with the help of your login page dot footers? See, I can call. Can I call with the help of your page abstract class also page dot footers? Yes, I can call. I cannot create an object of interface or an what your abstract classes, but I can call directly with the help of these, na? With the help of these login page class also, and with the help of your what abstract classes also, I can do that. Hmm? Guys, let me just try to create what a int price in the login page. Can I create a price variable inside my login page? I'm saying int price is what 100. Can I call it? in the web test. See, I'm just trying to call it price method also. Yeah, I can call it. Hmm? If I really want to print it, I can do it. See, I can do it. See, price method is also called from there. Hmm? So in this way, I can have the similar things which I could do in my interfaces also. Hmm? Now, can I create a similar price variable in my page class? See, same thing. In price, I am saying 50. Now check the difference. And I am saying what? You got commented out. Now see what price it will be picking. 50 or 100. Now it will be picking the abstract class. This since it is a parent class variable. Hmm? Okay. Now the question is, can I do similar top casting with my abstract class also? Means what? I'm creating an login page class object and I really want to refer it with the help of what? Your page. Can I do it? Yes, I can do it. Similar way, like interfaces. What all methods I can call? See, I can call first of all the price variable, default loading timeout, display logic, logo. Hmm? First of all, I'm going to display logo, dot loading, default loading. Then what? I have methods like, see, title and URL. Can I call? See, title I can, obviously I can call. And what is that? URL method. But see, what value will be printing? Printing for, see, login page, class loading timeout, login title, login URL. Obviously, it is implemented in the login page class. Na? Hmm? In this way, we can do. Now, next question is, can I do downcasting? Downcasting means abstract class object being referred by your child class reference variable. Let us see. Abstract class object. First of all, I cannot create an object of a abstract class, as I told you earlier also. So this is strictly not allowed. Downcasting, not allowed in interfaces and and abstract classes, guys. Hmm? I hope it is clear to you. Now, can I have some? This is very, very important questions again. What are the advantages of then abstract classes? Huh? If I have interfaces also, similarly, I have abstract classes also. What are the advantages of abstract class? Understand, guys. I can write all the abstract methods inside the abstract class with a no normal method. That means I can achieve 100% abstraction with the abstract classes also. Hmm? If I don't have these methods, that means entire all the methods are abstract methods only. Hence, 100% abstraction is achieved. But if I don't have these methods and I have just these methods, that means my abstract class consists of now normal methods only. This is what? A case of 0% abstraction. That means if someone asks you that abstract class, does it achieve 100% abstraction? So you have to say no. Abstract class achieves 0 to 100% abstraction. Because at some time it can achieve 0 also, it can sometime achieve 100% also. So range is in between 0 to 100%. Hmm? Fine. So the question is why and when we use the abstraction. So guys, in the case where I don't know what is the business logic entirely, and I really want that the implementing classes should actually do the implementation or write the business logic code in their own way. I am just here to define some rules and regulations. Okay. In such cases, we will be using the interfaces concepts. But when I say that I have some of my methods which are abstract, but some of my methods I really want that I have my own body, own business logic, and I really want to have some what? Command on those methods. So a mixture of abstract methods and non-abstract methods. In such cases, we have to every time go with the abstract classes. Then what is the difference or advantage of abstract your interfaces over abstraction? So in the case of the interfaces, guys, I can achieve the multiple inheritance hmm, in interfaces. Fine, which is not possible in the case of classes, normal classes. Can we achieve uh, what multiple inheritance with the help of your abstract class? No, we cannot achieve. So I can achieve the multiple inheritance, which is not possible with the help of your abstract classes, and we hence cannot extend the two classes. Either it's a normal class or an abstract class. In that actual case, I have to use the interface over abstract classes. Huh? In the multiple level also, inheritance, hmm, interfaces can be used, but also we can utilize the abstract classes. So the major advantage of interfaces over abstract classes is what? When we have to achieve the multiple inheritance. Get me, guys? And when no business logic is present and only rules and regulations are defined inside a particular class. In that way, we have to go interfaces. Other than that, if someone has its own business logic along with some abstract methods, they can definitely go for abstract classes. Hmm? I hope this is understandable. Hmm? Any questions still here, guys? Any questions? I think a lot of things I have already discussed. I really don't want to, overload you.
हेलो.
Yeah, Aparna, tell me.
एब्स्ट्रैक्ट अभी एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास कैसा है, मतलब जो इनकम्प्लीट मेथड उनमें होते हैं, उनसे हम ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं कर
Means we
सकते,
cannot
राइट?
create a object of a abstract class and also of the interfaces.
यस. सो व्हाट इज कॉन्क्रीट क्लास? एक्चुअली मुझे एक इंटरव्यू ने पूछा था कि
What is
एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास को कॉन्क्रीट क्लास, उन्होंने
concrete?
बोला था कि एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास का हम ऑब्जेक्ट मतलब उसको इनहेरिट कर सकते, एक्सटेंड कर सकते सब क्लास को. देन वी हैव टू इनहेरिट टू दैट इनकम्प्लीट मेथड. देन दिस सब क्लास वेयर when this subclass where in this incomplete method should be completed,
Hmm.
that is concrete class. ऐसा
Concrete
बोला
class
तो
is
मुझे
basically,
समझ में.
see, Aparna, concrete class is a class in Java which is a subclass only. ठीक है? It implements all the abstract methods of its super abstract class.
ओके.
बस इतना है.
मैंने मतलब पूछा था मुझे ऐसे एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास का मतलब जो इनकम्प्लीट मेथड है उसको कंप्लीट कैसे कर सकते हैं, आपको पता है क्या, ऐसे पूछा था.
Obviously, I can extend, na? Means in my
यस.
subclass, I can actually implement all those methods. That's it. Hmm?
हाँ, मतलब वो क्लास को क्या बोलते हैं मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. उन्होंने बताया कि
See,
उस
there
क्लास
is
को
no,
कंप्लीट क्लास बोलते हैं.
that is fine. See, there are, see, it's not very specific. No one knows. I'm telling you. Concrete
ओके.
class, no one knows. It's a normal class only that we call it. A normal class, not a concrete class. That is fine. They have given some word to it, but that is fine.
ओके.
ठीक है? Any other question, guys? Okay, I think I have discussed a lot of things. Guys, please take a recording. Please try to, keep on checking these recordings, understand, try to create your own workflows. Then you will be getting into practice. Hmm? Because we'll be taking one more weekend and we'll be finishing up our entire Java and surely we'll be shooting up to what? Selenium. Okay. Until that, I really want you to be very good in Java part. I'm trying my really very, very hard, guys. Just I can't tell you I'm trying very hard to explain you each and everything in practicals. You need not to open any book, any YouTube, any Udemy, nothing. After the end of this Java session, I'll be surely providing some Java notes also, the entirely whatever I've discussed. So you can, just revise it out. Hmm? But till then, just take the recordings, learn it. Okay, guys. I think that's what all for today. Let's see tomorrow again in the Seleniums. Hmm? Thank you.